Hey everyone, welcome back to the Constitutional Outlaws, where we expose the tyrants hiding behind the bench and defend the liberty our founders fought for. Today we're diving headfirst into a nightmare that's been plaguing America for generations: unconstitutional rulings and laws that judges have allowed to stand, even when they spit in the face of the Constitution. These aren't just dusty history lessons, these are decisions that have caused real harm to millions of people, the very folks the law was supposed to shield from government overreach. And let me tell you, the judges responsible, they've shown a shocking lack of integrity, sacrificing our rights on the altar of power and convenience. Let's start with one of the most infamous betrayals, Plessy v. Ferguson in 1896. Picture this: a Supreme Court packed with so-called wise men rules that separate but equal is just fine. Segregation on trains, in schools, everywhere. They claimed it didn't violate the 14th Amendment's equal protection, but we all know it did. This judge-made abomination stood for nearly 60 years, allowing Jim Crow laws to terrorize Black Americans, denying them basic dignity and freedom. Families torn apart, opportunities crushed, all because judges lacked the spine to strike it down. It wasn't until Brown v. Board in 1954 that this unconstitutional monster was finally slain, but the damage? Generations of harm to the people the Constitution was designed to protect. Judges, where was your integrity? You let this stand, enabling tyranny. And don't get me started on Dred Scott v. Sanford from 1857. Chief Justice Taney and his crew declared that African Americans, free or enslaved, could never be citizens with no rights the white man was bound to respect. This wasn't just a ruling, it was a constitutional gut punch, denying due process and equal protection under the 5th and 14th Amendments. It stood until the Civil War, and the 14th Amendment overrode it. But in the meantime, it fueled slavery's expansion, led to bloodshed, and harmed countless lives. Judges turned a blind eye to the Constitution's promise of liberty for all, prioritizing politics over people. Their lack of integrity, it's criminal, causing harm that echoes through history. Fast forward to today, and we've got judge-invented doctrines like qualified immunity. No constitutional warrant, no legislation, just judges deciding that government officials, like cops who violate your rights, get a free pass unless the violation is clearly established. This case law shield has let brutality slide for decades, from wrongful arrests to excessive force. It stood unconstitutionally, harming everyday Americans who can't get justice. The Supreme Court cooked this up in cases like Harlow v. Fitzgerald, twisting the law to protect the powerful. You're supposed to protect us from unconstitutional overreach, not enable it. Your decisions aren't divine, they're harmful when they ignore the Constitution. Now let's talk unconstitutional organizations. Take the Federal Reserve, created in 1913 without a clear constitutional basis. Article 1 gives Congress the power to coin money, but the Fed hands that over to private bankers, manipulating our economy in secret. It stood for over a century, causing inflation that harms working families, all while judges wave it through. No integrity there, just deference to big government. And the EPA? It enforces regulations on private land without explicit constitutional authority, overstepping into states' rights under the 10th Amendment. Judges have let these agencies balloon, harming property owners and businesses. Folks, case law is just a decision. It's not the Constitution. When judges let these unconstitutional beasts stand, they cause ongoing harm to the people. We need judges with integrity to strike them down, not prop them up for government power grabs. This is why we fight here at the Constitutional Outlaws. If you're fired up, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. To learn more about these betrayals and how to fight back, check the link in the description, https://youtube.com/theconstitutionaloutlaws. Let's reclaim our liberty, together.